I was a weird kid. I was homeschooled, and I spent most of my time in the woods with my cousins. And the peculiarities only intensified into my adolescence. I had gnarly acne, I had jacked up teeth, and my hair actually started thinning at the ripe old age of 19. And I went through a lengthy phase where I opened my mouth as wide as possible in every single photo. I still don't know why I did that. Napoleon Dynamite changed my life. Later, Tim and Eric changed my life again. And rather than learning cover songs that would get girls, I wanted to figure out how to write songs about ant farms. My first car was an '89 Mercury Grand Marquis, and naturally it needed a custom paint job. This all made dating pretty difficult, but it turned out to be a superpower for serving clients. If you look past the acceptable, expected, or whatever is currently popular, you're free to explore some new ideas, connecting the dots between unlike ideas to create something completely fresh and new. And it may not work for the masses, but it'll really light up a specific group of people. The most interesting ideas are found off the beaten path. Doing this work, there's quite a lot of things that I don't really mind. Working long days, rolling with tough feedback, grinding to meet a deadline. But the thing that's always been tough for me to swallow is a boring idea. To quote one of my favorite designers, John Contino, if an idea isn't interesting, go back to the client and rework it until it becomes interesting. It's so much easier to tone down an interesting idea than it is to make a boring idea interesting. Sometimes you'll find treasure off the beaten path. Here's a few treasures that I've found with clients in our off-path exploration. We are struggling to really articulate the vibe of the group. Not exactly Western, not exactly street. They pull up this music video of New Boot Goofin' and said, This is our group. And following my super secret family recipe, I combine two evocative images that represent both halves of their vibe, and thus Spur Force 1 is born. Picture this. You live just outside of Sacramento, Christmas is just around the corner, and you've got your family all bundled up to stave off the temperatures dropping below the 70s. And you're looking for something festive to do with your little crew. Vintage Grace has just the ticket. Come on out for Christmas Mini Golf. This event has been a massive success each year, and Michael and the gang came to the table with a ton of great ingredients and visuals, and it all just snapped into place. As mentioned in a previous video, Seacoast puts on a killer summer camp each year. Like every good summer camp, they've got rituals and traditions baked in. One of these traditions is hiding gnomes on the campgrounds dressed as youth leaders. Find a gnome and bring home major points for your team. As a former book cover designer for Amazon's self-publishing department, I can tell you with first-hand experience not to judge a book by its cover. Village nights are hosted by a fantastic young adults ministry that meets in the least glamorous space, an old Big Lots parking lot. Needless to say, abandoned shopping carts and other detritus complete the parking lot aesthetic. As much as it may feel counterintuitive, we really want to build around the most memorable moments for your crew, no matter what. 9 out of 10 times, these are the pieces of the brand that your crew actually fall in love with. It's not often that I get chill bumps in client meetings, but this is one. For an hour, the team at Green Valley shares stories about opening up their arms to the local community during natural disasters and just regular day-to-day situations. So when the conversation turns to colors, I ask if there's any initial preferences, and the response is anything but orange. Naturally, I pressed in for more. We have these ugly pumpkin orange chairs, They then launch into this beautiful story about their pastor sharing from stage, hey guys, we're going to do these hard orange chairs because they're on sale. It will free up resources to truly live out our mission and take care of the community. After all, sometimes it's okay to be uncomfortable in church. In some cases, you don't even need to know the why behind the joke to still have a laugh. For Adventure Middle School, they have a long-standing tradition. After announcements are over, the room claps twice and then shouts, "Rubbish!" After unpacking this with the youth leaders, no one knows what it means or how it started. The kids love it either way, and to leave it out of the brand package would have been a true travesty. These cats wanted to embrace the historic roots in Massachusetts. Everyone else in town has this cheesy Captain D's nautical vibe, and we want to go like Scrimshaw 1800s sailor vibes. This sentence alone got me extremely excited, but as we explored this concept further, they shared a hidden desire to include a Kraken in the brand. After all, ships aren't built to stay in the harbor. After hosting tons and tons and tons of meetings, there's really two types of meetings that feel dangerous to me at this point. One is clients who clam up and they don't have much to contribute to the conversation, they haven't really worked through the homework, and it's feeling a lot like a blank canvas. The other is clients that are too fun, too easy to get along with. The Heights Students crew are definitely the latter. We always cut up and laugh in our meetings. They're just funny people. With this in mind, I knew some of the off-the-wall visuals would definitely be on brand, and they host a poolside Bible study. So we made an isometric illustration of a Bible with a swimming pool. Dive on into Bible study. Layers on layers on layers of meaning is the name of the game for this one. Roy and his crew have a super cool collective of musicians that serve youth events in the region. And one of their popular songs is King, hence the crown, and Jewels represent offering our best. And colonies of bees always work together for the best interest of the hive, not their own personal benefit. It's a scenario that I'm all too familiar with. We're 50 minutes into the meeting, grasping at straws, and then an intern who'd been quiet as a mouse the whole meeting volunteered, "What about the bin chickens?" I said, "What now?" And apparently these ibis birds are everywhere in their part of Florida, and it felt like the right personality move for the brand and signaled to their youth like, hey, this is your brand, we see you. This is our vibe in our city, just all kind of matched up and felt right. A few months later, the youth pastor sent me this. As a point of encouragement, very few of these clients walked into the room feeling like they had anything particularly exciting or interesting to build around. The ingredients are often right under your nose, and one of the great thrills of doing this job for me is discovering them with you. And to be clear, this is different from a proposed idea like not being healthy. If it feels forced or put on or odd for its own sake, keep moving on. But sometimes it's exactly the thing that stands out in people's mind about you. Maybe I'm still just a homeschool kid, but sometimes I think the weird stuff is the most interesting, and dare I say, the most charming, because it grounds your brand. It reminds the world that you're real. Perfection and polish aren't natural. Let your guard down. Let people in. If you're ready to get a little funky with your next logo, come to the right place. Schedule a call at brightcoal.com.